here's another fast 5 minutes of SAT prep. So circles in the coordinate plane show up quite a bit on the SAT test. Almost every test has one question on it, I would say at least. So a couple of refresher here moments of formula. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. That is the standard form of a circle in the coordinate plane. And then when it's all foiled out or expanded out, that's called general conic form, which stinks because it doesn't tell you anything. But remember, the center is located at h comma k, and r equals the length of the radius. So this first question here, they give us a standard form, so that's exciting. So a few things I know. I know my center is located at 6 comma negative 5. Remember, opposite signs for the parentheses. And the radius length is 4. So the question is, point P is on the circle, has coordinates 10, negative 5. PQ is the diameter of the circle. What are the coordinates of Q? All right. So this is a little more complicated than I thought it was at first. And maybe a sketch would help us out. 10, negative 5. Super good at graphing, right? 10, negative 5 is our point P. The radius is 4, so it's got to be 4 units in some direction. But it's the diameter is the endpoint, huh? All right, let's plot our center real quick. We just said our center was at 6, negative 5. Oh, this is nice. 6, negative 5 is going to be right here. So there's the center of your circle, right? So that means the other endpoint is going to have to be over here somewhere. So if I could just figure out how far away, which I already know that answer, don't I? Isn't it just 4 units here? So the radius over here would be 4 units as well. So if I travel 4 more units, I'm going to land at, let's see, if I back this up 4 units, I didn't graph very well. What a shock. 2, negative 5. All right, there's our answer. Good. So even if you graph terrible like me, it might be worth graphing. This one stinks. It is not in the right form, so we're going to have to do that completing the square business. So we're going to group all of our x's together, and we're going to leave a blank so I can complete the square for the x's. And then we're going to do the same thing for the y's. And this is really set up for success here, guys. If you actually don't have to finish the problem, though. And some of you guys got pretty lazy at this in my class. You're supposed to like balance it out over here, but guys, look at what's going to happen. You're going to complete the square, yada yada, and then you're going to figure out the center. But the center is heavily dependent on what goes in these, it's derived from what goes in parentheses here, right? So we take half of this, so x plus 10 squared. Like, who cares about the rest of the equation? Because all they want is the center. So right here, this is going to become y plus half of this, so plus 8 squared. And again, who cares about the rest of it? Because now I can see that your center is located at negative 10, negative 8. Boom. Moving on. All right, this one, they say it's a circle, and my pre-calc friends are looking at it going, that's weird because there's a 2 in front of the quadratic components. If they say it's a circle, man. So let's get rid of that 2 by multiplying everything by 1/2 or dividing by 2. So x squared minus 3x plus something, we'll complete the square maybe, and then y squared plus y plus something, again, I don't know, and then equals, I'm running out of room, there's a 45 over here, but then we're going to, but it's not 45, is it? It's 45 over 2, because I divided it by half, or by 2. And then we're going to complete the square. Now this question is different from the last one. This time they don't want the center, they actually want the radius. So I'm not going to worry so much about literally completing the square. I'm just going to write like what goes in the blank. So half of negative 3 squared would be, not that, 9/4. Running out of time, right? So what I did is I took negative 3 and then I squared it and I got 9/4. So over here we have a 9/4. And then over here, half of 1 is 1/2. And then if I square that, I get 1/4. Oh, gross, fractions. And you know what, guys? I think this was on the no calculator part, so a bit of a bummer here. I have 45 halves, 9/4, and 1/4. I need common denominators. I'm going to change this to 90 over 4. So I have 90/4 plus 9/4 plus 1/4. That's not too bad. That's 100/4. People, that's a 25. But that is not my actual radius. Remember, this is the end of the equation where it says radius squared. So now I have to square root this, and turns out my radius is a 5. Oh, right at 5 minutes. Good luck.